I'm the one that got to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to. This is a quote from Jimi Hendrix, and it doesn't only represent life and death, it represents this video. Because in the cruel world of Game of Thrones, life and death is something no one can escape from. Coming out of season 5, we see our characters all around the world, not only from Westeros, but across the Narrow Sea. This is quite interesting enough because a lot of them could end up in different situations by the end of season 6 like they did in season 5. Kicking off my theories about what's going to happen with each character, I'd like to talk about Cersei Lannister. Now, Cersei Lannister is still foolish enough to think that she could win against the Faith Militants, especially since she got her courage back after seeing the soldier, the zombie Clegane. Now, I believe Cersei's trial is going to be interesting because it's not going to be a regular trial. I believe she's going to challenge the Faith Militant to a trial by combat. She would then declare her champion as a zombified Clegane and expect the Faith Militant to react, as she believes that she cannot be stopped. Now, I do believe in the theory of Clegane Bowl, so I do believe the Faith Militant are going to have the Hound, who did survive and is now a gravedigger somewhere inside Westeros. I believe they're going to call him as a champion, and you're going to get the final fight of the Clegane brothers. This will then be called the Clegane Bowl, followed by techno music. Though her brother I believe to be somewhat different. I believe after suffering the death of Myrcella, he will go back to Westeros. As we all know, Jaime is not foolish enough to start a war with Dorne. After breaking the news of Cersei Lannister, she will become more foolish and more hatred of the Faith Militant, because that's just how Cersei's personality is. I believe Jaime will try to pull her out of that foolishness, but he will fail. I then believe Jaime will try to reasonably stop the Faith Militants, but fail as well. After facing the death of Myrcella, Jaime will become pretty rash and then start a war with the Faith Militants. I believe this because he did suffer a death of his daughter. Now you could say Joffrey died and he stayed the same, but the difference is that Myrcella knew that he was her father and that was her last words. I believe he will have hatred in his heart, and the only way to outright blow off steam is to start a war. I believe because this is taking a different approach from the book that Jaime will begin a war with the Faith Militant, but not before the trial of Cersei versus the Faith begins. I believe after the trials when Jaime would launch a head-on attack against the Faith Militants and a war would begin. I believe this will be episode 9. I do believe this is going to be the second biggest battle of the season. I do believe that they will succeed in stopping the Faith, but as they succeed, they will lose a lot of men and power. This is going to cause riots on the streets because the people were so entitled to the Faith. I am pretty confident to say that Jaime's going to be failing a lot this season, and he's only going to redeem himself by the end. Thank you guys for listening, and please stay tuned for my second part of this series. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I've been Julio Meza, the Thespian Dude, and goodbye.